just want to do a quick live on Colorado and the Oklahoma State game that just um, took place on yesterday on Friday. It is Saturday afternoon here, and I just want to give a shout out to the Coach Prime, the staff, and the Colorado Buffaloes who took care of business. I mean, they took care of business. Before we get going really good, I just want to give a shout out to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I want to thank God for this channel. I want to thank God for the opportunity to share some content, and hopefully it'll be some content that you get that you like and that you can share and comment. But so I just want to give a shout out to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and God for that. So Colorado and Oklahoma State um, played on yesterday afternoon, and man, did Colorado bounce back from disappointing loss to Kansas. Defense, probably the worst game of the whole season as far as the defense. I think the defense played even better, even with the loss against Nebraska and the loss against Kansas State. Um, Against Kansas, they just didn't show up. Um, but they bounced back, and that was what Coach Prime wanted to see. He challenged his guys. He wanted to see how well they was going to bounce back from a loss that they took against Kansas. How was they going to respond to that loss? And I mentioned in my last video that these guys was gonna want to get that bad taste out of their mouth. They was gonna want to regroup, have a better game, and even on the offensive side, these guys wanted to start better because lately they've been starting kind of slow. They've been, getting scored on first, you know, getting behind, and then having to come back, and then they were able to win the games generally. So that caught up with them against Kansas. So, but the offense had a better start. The defense came to play. Man, the defense was phenomenal. And I'm gonna get ready to share some stats to just let you see how phenomenal the defense was. Man, the defense came to play. They came to play. so, so again, I just wanted to come on for a little bit to talk about the Oklahoma State Colorado, uh, the Colorado Oklahoma State route, 52 to nothing. 52 to nothing. And I think, from what I understand, the last time Colorado did a shutout was in 1995, either 1991 or 1995. I forget against who, but that's been many moons ago that they shut out someone like that. And I think it was even worse. I think it was like 58 to nothing. But Colorado definitely, and I knew it, Coach Prime and the staff was going to challenge these guys all last week after that loss. He was going to challenge these guys. How are you going to respond? And Coach Prime did say that they was having good practices. So I just felt like, even though Oklahoma State was coming in, with no wins in the conference, didn't have anything to lose, they could just play loose. Man, there was no threats on the Oklahoma State side. It was no threats whatsoever. I appreciate everyone coming into the chat. If you have any comments on the Colorado Oklahoma State game, this is what I'm talking about. So I appreciate everyone coming to the chat. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Keep the lights up. I appreciate that too. Keep the lights up. All right, all right, all right. So I'm gonna share some stats here to just give you an example how dominant the defense of Colorado was against Oklahoma State. I almost kind of felt bad for Oklahoma State, man, because they have no wins. They didn't win one game in the conference. They didn't win one game. Okay, UK. Okay, sponsor by Baz. Um, and Varsha. How you doing, Varsha? But so let me just share these stats real quick here because this is pretty dominant of what Colorado was able to do. So okay, so these are team stats, total yards. Oklahoma State had 147. 147. Okay, good. Yeah, this is about this channel is going to be about sports for the most part. Just to let you guys know. So, hey, feel free to come back when I do previous, lives in the future. I'm gonna be talking about college football a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna be going into transitioning to college basketball because I'm a big college basketball fan. So, any college basketball fans in the house here? Somebody mentioned about not Mike Tyson to me before too. But I appreciate everyone coming into the chat. Make sure you hit the like. Make sure you hit the like, share. Um, that's what a lot of people say. Stephania, Stephania. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correct. But anyway, um, so these are some stats here. Colorado and Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State had 149 yards total. This is total yards now. Only 147 yards. Colorado had 471. 471 passing yards. Oklahoma State had 77. And Colorado had 438. Did Shador Sanders go off? He had a heck of a game. He had a heck of a game. I appreciate this, Stefania. I've, I've had other people say I look like Mike Tyson as well. Um, but so Shador Sanders threw for 438. What a heck of a game he had, passing wise. Rushing, um, Oklahoma State beat us on the rushing part. They had 70 yards rushing. Uh, Colorado only had 33. So on the rushing end, didn't do so well on the rushing end, but it didn't matter because of the turnovers that Colorado was able to capitalize off of against Oklahoma State. First downs, Oklahoma State had 10, Colorado had 26. Um, third down efficiency, a lot better for Colorado. Oklahoma State was 3 for 15. Colorado was 5 for 12. So a lot better in this game as far as getting first downs after being on third down. Um, Neither team converted on fourth down. Let me see here. Penalties, they both kind of was around the same. 9 for 79 for Oklahoma State, 9 for 70 for Colorado. No big deal there. Oklahoma State did have two fumbles that Colorado was able to take advantage of and get touchdowns off of it. They also had two interceptions, and then Colorado had one on Shador as well. Um, I don't like those types where Shador threw it and it bounced off somebody, and then the guy caught it from Oklahoma State. So unfortunately, that's a considered an interception when that happens on the quarterback end. I really don't think that's fair for the quarterback, but that's what it is. Time of possession is actually kind of close, really. It's kind of weird, but it's a little bit close. Time of possession was 32-29. and Oklahoma State was 27-31. And the reason being is that there was a couple of series in the first half where Colorado was just not the offense just did not look good. Oklahoma State defense was actually able to get to Shador, get some sacks. There was a series where they actually got three sacks in a row um, in the first half, and that was just not looking good. And the reason being, it wasn't necessarily the offensive line. You had to blame Shador Sanders for holding on to the ball too long, and that's something that he's going to have to work on. Um, I think he tries to make a play. He tries to be patient and everything, but sometimes you just have to throw it away. You know, throw it away and keep from getting sacked and losing yards. And that's the reason why the time of possession wasn't that big of a disparity between the twos because Oklahoma State was getting one, two, three outs. So Colorado wasn't on the field that long, that much, and that those last series before the half, the end of the half, the first half. So I know in that halftime, I'm pretty sure that Coach Prime got into him on that, because they was just not looking good on offense. The defense was doing its thing, but the offense was not helping at all. Was really not helping at all for that little bit of time. And then the second half, things started looking a lot better on both ends. um, so let's give some shout outs to some of the individual players um, on Colorado's end. You know, again, Shador threw for 438. He had five touchdown passes, five touchdowns, one interception. It was 34-41. Um, Micah had 12 carries for 39 yards. Charlie, 4 carries for 16. Isaiah, 2 for 8. Dalen, 1 for 1. And Shador, 10 for -31. Um, so again, the Russian was not the best or anything, but it was what it was, and I thought in the second half they really did try to run the ball, and Micah did get a few good runs at times, and they was mixing it up, and the offense, like I said, looked a lot better in the second half, um, and so they were able to kind of chew up time and everything and keep moving the chains, and that's what you want to do as a football team. LeJontay Wester was 11 receptions for 175. Travis Hunter, 10 receptions for 116. Will Shepard, 6 for 67. Isaiah Harge, 1 for 39. Michael Welch, 2 for 18. Jalen Miller, 1 for 15. Jalen Hayden, 2 for 7. Charlie, 1 for 1. The Isaiah Harge, actually, he was number 17. I actually hadn't seen him before. And I think that was the guy that Coach Brown was talking about in the post game is how he's been working hard and how he actually can do a lot of different things. And so he had a decent game, actually. Um, let's see here. On the defense end, like I said, the defense had, let me see, BJ Green had a sack, and Keaton Wade a half. I'm not sure, I don't understand that half there. But Arden Walker had a sack. Um, so a lot of tackles in there. Um, Mata was 1 for 1. And one thing about Mata, I will say this: he is consistent. He is Mister Consistent. I'm telling you, he is Mister Consistent. He does not miss much at all. If it's a field goal, if it's an extra point, he's gonna knock it down. He's gonna knock it through. I mean, that guy is so consistent. so so yeah, so Colorado, um, in a nutshell, I just believe that these guys they really wanted to come out on a good note. You know, they just wanted to come out strong. You know, it sucked for them to get the loss, to have a loss, and and they could have been in the driver's seat as far as the Big 12 championship for sure. Now, we have to see what happens with other teams. I think they mentioned about BYU, either BYU or Iowa State or Arizona State need to lose, and we'll see what happens with that. Um, if it doesn't happen, good great thing about it is Colorado has nothing to be ashamed of. Um, they can be they can lift their keep their head up held high because they're still gonna be in a good bowl. They're gonna go to a nice bowl game. Don't know who they'd be playing, but let's just see what happens. I'm not really wishing anybody to lose either necessarily, but I mean, we just you know it is what it is as far as their chances. All it is that they still have a chance to possibly play for the Big 12 championship. And that's really all it is. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. That's something that, Colorado don't have any control over. They needed to take care of business with Oklahoma State. They did that. So now it's just, hey, just relax, just see what happens. If it doesn't work out that way, then you know that you have to take advantage of those opportunities when it is in your hands. You have to make sure you don't fumble the ball, and but again, nothing to be ashamed of if it doesn't happen. They still gonna go to a bowl game, um, and play probably a really good team, and hopefully get to win, you know, in the bowl, and get ready for next year. But kudos to Coach Prime, his staff, all the coaches, strength and conditioning coaches, the equipment guys and women, and just everybody that has something to do with CU football. They all should pat themselves on the back. I mean, regardless, man, they won 9 games. I mean, they're not done yet, but I'm just saying, as far as regular season, they won 9 games. They won 9 games. You're talking about, again, two short years ago. This program went 1-11. 1-11. I mean, really? How bad is that? How bad is that as a fan base to go through that? The students to go through a season like that. The players to go through a season like that. I mean, 1-11. Wow. Second year, 4-8. And they really should have won more games. Like for Coach Brown's first year, they should have won more games than 4. There was at least 3 games where they was right there, and that would have made all of the difference. They would have made a bowl game last year, So, but kudos to Coach Prime and the staff and the players. 9-3, man. 9-3. They got another. They're not done yet. But I'm just saying their last legitimate regular season game. 9-3, man. They deserve a pat on the back for that. I know they're not done yet, but they deserve a pat on the back for that. Kudos to all the seniors. I know it's tough, it being your last game, but what a way to go out on your senior year, or those that's gonna go into the NFL. What a way to go out. 52-0, beating a team. What a way to go out at home. What's up, Tiffany? What a way to go out. I'm talking about the Oklahoma State Colorado game and how Colorado dominated the game. And I'm so happy for Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes and the staff and everybody. I really am. I've been following Coach Prime since he was at Jackson State, and I'm more of an NFL fan. But since I've followed him at Jackson State for college football, when he went to Colorado, I went on and followed him to Colorado as well. And so I just want him to do well as a head coach and the other coaches. He's definitely made a difference in the whole entire program. The area, um, they're selling out. Tickets. No telling how much they're making each every game now since he's been there. Um, I mean, it's just been a complete 180. It's just been a complete 180, and I'm happy for him, and I know he's not done. He's already talking. He already so for all the people who thought Coach Prime was gonna go somewhere else or jump to the NFL or whatever the case may be because his sons are moving on. Well, you know now he's staying put. You know now he's not interested going anywhere. He loves Boulder. He talks about it a lot. He got a house there. He's good. He's recruiting. He's getting into. He already said he's gonna hit that portal. He's recruiting high school players, and he's not going anywhere. So I know a lot of people want to say he's gonna jump here, jump there, and do this and do that. I mean, think about it. This is only his second year at CU. Why would he jump to go somewhere else? Why would he jump to the NFL? He already said he don't want to go in the NFL and coach. He's not interested in coaching in the NFL. That's what he said. Now unless something drastically happened and he changed his mind down the road, then that's his prerogative. But he's already mentioned that he wants to be at Colorado. He wants to be where he's at. He's recruiting it like he wants to be still here. He's doing his thing. The coaching, the recruiting is going strong, and he got some phenomenal commits. Um, I know he got the quarterback, young man Juju, that committed. Huge pickup. Who was first committed to USC, by the way. But you know, people, just like Coach Foster, when you start winning, people want to be a part of winning programs. They don't want to be a part of losing programs. They really don't. Not saying that people don't won't go to program to try to help that program, but when it's all said and done, for the most part, it's more attractive when teams are winning, when teams are on TV, when players are going to the NFL from those programs. That's the reason why the Oklahomas and the Georgias and the Tennessees, the Texas, and the Clemsons, and you know, just saying, just for an example, those programs, why they get generally the recruits that they get, because they want to be in those types of environment. The fan base is all about the football. They have a lot of people going to the NFL. They get the exposure. They're gonna get the NIL deals. All that stuff. So what Coach Prime and Colorado and the staff is doing is now Colorado is the talk of the town. Colorado is you know up and coming now. They earned a bowl to go to a bowl. They may or may not be able to play in the Big 12 championship game, depending on, like I said, what happens with these other teams. And if they don't, they're going to be going into a nice bowl game, and they're going to have a 9-win season, regular season, from a 1-11, 4-8 to 9-3. I mean, come on. How can you, as a recruit, not want to be a part of that? In addition to the beautiful area there, you know. So that's all I wanted to share. Hope everyone um, have a great evening, a great afternoon, evening, wherever you may be. You see this, and what's up, Tiffany? But thank you for watching. Thank you for uh, chiming in. Continue to hit that like button. Continue to hit the like, share, comment about the the Colorado Buffs season. Your thoughts, your analysis. Um, thank God for this opportunity again, and blessings, everybody.